Hey, we're back at the topic again today on the road to Pokemon Sword and Shield. It's now week 8, and I know we missed week 7, but there were reasons for that. Food poisoning. But so that's beyond the point, because there is a rumor that we need to get to. And that rumor is, I brought it up before, I'm bringing it up again here, Armored Evolution. Now, a while back, I mentioned it as a piece on something that I don't really want to see in the new games. I think it was the Biggest Fears video, but the whole point of this video is to explain how it could be integrated perfectly and also how it could be integrated horribly. We're going to do the bad stuff first, because this is where we need to get into it, because this rumor that we're talking about is Armored Evolution, or as it's also known, Spirit Armor. And remember, this is a rumor. I'm going to flash up PokeJungle up here real quick, because, well, I always do that, because PokeJungle, I really appreciate how speculative you can get. Now, anyway, we're going to read this, because it says, there hasn't been much new revealed about Pokemon Sword and Shield following its initial announcement, but that hasn't stopped rampant speculation about the games on social media. Posts on Chinese networks has been circulating, which includes some very interesting things at what the games allegedly include. Special thanks to Simon and Jinx for helping us translate this into English, of course. Shoutouts to you, Simon and Jinx. But a new Spirit Armor system introduced to the game, which let you equip armor or equipment that you have found. Spirit Armor adds different effects depending on the item, and only one can be attached to a Pokemon at a time, but this is in addition to regular held items. That's a big yikes. Some held items may be converted to Spirit Armor, or at least gain the ability to serve as it. Never Melt Ice is given as an example, which will add an extra 10% chance of freezing on an opponent. Another example of Spirit Armor was given as a Fiery Necklace that changes an attack to Fire type. Similar to Z-moves, some Pokemon will have exclusive Spirit Armor that can only be equipped by them, such as Mewtwo and the starting Pokemon, because why not? All three starter lines remain pure Grass, Fire, and Water type, but if equipped with their unique Spirit Armor, become Grass, Fairy, Fire Fighting? Of course it's Fire Fighting, and Water Ghost, respectively. Well, I'm not surprised that it's firefighting. I just want to throw that out there. I know I was joking about that in the biggest hopes that I have, but does it really actually have to be firefighting? Well, anyway, moving on. The games have a single wolf-like legendary Pokemon as their mascot, but the Spirit Armor it wields will determine its types and attacks. In Sword, it will be Dragon Steel, and in Shield, it will be Ice Steel. Players can connect with others who have the opposite version to unlock the other version. The Wolf Legendary cannot go into battle if it does not have any Spirit Armor equipped. There is definitely a connection to Kalos, with many characters reappearing, but you cannot travel there. First of all, that last part would suck. But anyway, as he wraps this up, he says, whew, that's a lot to take into at once, with Armored Mewtwo being featured in upcoming merchandise and the movie. This is where it gets based out of the Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes Back Resurgence, I think it's called. It's the CGI Pokemon movie. It looks kind of strange with it being CGI after seeing it in animation for so long. But anyway, with the Armored Mewtwo being featured in upcoming merchandise, this has been a persistent rumor surrounding Sword and Shield, but it would be an interesting way for it to appear in the games. I mean, they did introduce Mega Evolution through the Genesect movie. Genesect and the Legend Awakened, I believe. And of course, that wasn't the same Mewtwo, but it still Mega Evolved into Mega Mewtwo Y. So, just to throw that out there. And now we get to look at the effects on the games, and we'll start off with the bad news because, well, this is kind of what I feared, and what I do fear is that it's another addition that we need to worry about. We already had Mega Evolution, then we had to worry about Z-moves and Mega Evolution. Will this just be another addition to have to worry about? I always thought it was Armored Evolution, so it's like more powered up versions of them because they're wearing armor, but the way they describe it is just an extra addition, like 10% chance of freezing with them Never Melt Ice. That's not too bad exactly, but if you go into it with the exclusive Spirit Armor and how much it changes, then you get into the trifecta issue where you have to deal with the Spirit Armor, the Megas, and Z-moves, and I feel like that's just way too much. Something that I hope to see, if this rumor is in fact true, is that it can replace the Mega Evolution to an extent where you only have to worry about one or the other. Because I don't want to have to go into battles having to worry about like a Mega Beedrill and then like a Bloom Doom Venusaur or something on top of a Spirit Armored whatever the final evolution of one of the starters are. That would be way too convoluted and way too much stuff that you actually have to remember in the back of your head. It's just one of those additions where it's like, I feel like that's just way too much. But this is something that I want to talk about in the comment section below. Leave your opinions on it. I will try to get to every single comment that I can, because I feel like we need a discussion here. And I actually wouldn't mind trying to get a discussion in with somebody, you know, like bring somebody in for just another week where there's not any real news like there is this week. That's why we're kind of covering this specifically. And then we can go from there. I actually wouldn't mind that, because that gives me something I can bounce ideas and questions off of as we figure out what is the best as, you know, fans of and the content creators for the game, you know. So anyway, leave your opinions in the comment section below. I'll try to get to them, but that will wrap up this week of the Road to Pokemon Sword and Shield. If you enjoy, don't forget to drop a like from the top and subscribe to start the climb today. With that, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you back at the top later on the road to Pokemon Sword and Shield, because I still don't have an outro, and I'm still waiting for it. But it will be well worth it.